Okay, I think we're live here. So welcome everyone to our Tuesday call. It's the last Tuesday of the month in February, so heading into March. It was so exciting because daylight savings time is March 10th. I don't know if you know that, but I have known that for a very long time, probably since we went into daylight savings time. I literally just count the days until we, get back into it. So I'm so pumped about that because longer days means more time and more energy for me. So I'm so excited about the last week of the month because this is the week that we get super intentional about where we are and where we want to be by the end of the month. So I just want to remind you that finishing strong and starting strong and managing your month in the middle is kind of the rhythm in which we do our business. So look at where you are, look at where you want to be by the end of the month. Certainly lots of opportunities with the Jumpstart, right? We have the 20 complete samples with either trio or quad. So March 31st is last month, last day for that. So we have one more month of that. And then also the what if challenge. So we have one more month to invite people into this amazing opportunity for $10, which is incredible. You can get an international business, which can create an abundance in your life or make you $500 a month to offset anything in your life that you want to do. And it also comes with all kinds of once they hit Partner Plus, the $100 samples and all that kind of stuff. So be intentional. Be intentional is what I want to say. Okay, so today's call, we've got a couple things that we're going to cover today. Number one, we're going to cover the power of a three-way connection call, which I'm super excited about because that is kind of the magic. If you want to know where the magic lies, this is a magic tool. So, but first we want to just celebrate, and we want to celebrate a new qualifier on our team, a brand new qualifier. I don't know when Chandler started, Julie, or she will tell you that. But I'm going to turn it over to Julie. She can introduce you, Chandler, and you can share with us just a little bit about the exciting new, not title, but new bonus that you're getting in qualifying.
Yes.
So,
okay. You
can
can
Julie Zilke's here. Okay, good. Okay.
Here. I'm here. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Chandler, I'm trying to remember when she joined. It was like last year around August or September, I think, but I was thrilled. I've known her for years, and she had had her first baby and was trying to balance like working from home and having a baby. And she did it for a while. And then she's like, okay, this is for the birds. I need to figure something else out. And I found out she quit her job. So I just reached out and I'm like, I wonder if Juice Plus could be a fit for you. And we had, she knew about the product and I kind of dropped seeds about the business, but it was the right time for her. And so she jumped right in and she came to Jeanette's for a business sort of thing. And yeah, she just started and she has done amazing. She is tenacious. She is teachable. She's humble. And she's always showing up, which I love. So I'm going to turn it over to her so she can share kind of how she got to this place of qualifying her business last month. Chandler, you here?
Yeah.
Hey.
Thank you, Julie. That was so nice. Well, yeah, I would say I first started out doing Zooms and hosting those because we are from Kentucky. There's a gnat, sorry. We are from Kentucky. And so all of our family and my really close friends for like 20 plus years, they were all there. So I really just wanted to start out with people who I knew very well and I knew would join my Zoom. And so that was really how I got started with my base customers. And then my mother-in-law, she joined one of my Zooms, and I knew that she really just did it to be nice, because it was me. But then she said, I would love to partner as well. So then I started kind of working on partners. So I got my mother-in-law, and then my mom. I thought of her because I knew that she would be really great at this as well. And I thought it was something that we could do together, which would be fun. So my mom, she is a partner as well. And so then I got a couple of partners with me, which was great. And then, yeah, I've just really been trying to attend as many events as I can. I go to as many things as possible whenever you have a little baby. I'm sure lots of y'all understand that. But yeah, just trying to really make community here as well. And then soon I'm really hoping to host my own event in my house. So kind of steer away from the Zooms and start more now that I am more confident, I feel like, with sharing in my house now. So yeah, it's been going really well so far, and I have been really excited about all of it.
Can I
Oh
just
my
jump?
gosh.
Can I
Yes,
just jump
go
in
ahead.
and just reflect on that? What I love that I heard is that the things that you were doing in the beginning really are building your confidence. So you have built confidence, and now like showing up and immersing yourself in the community, and then doing some Zooms, and now you have that. And so now you get to go kind of to the next level, which is so awesome. And all along the way, you're building a qualified business, which is the best thing. Like, you didn't need to know everything in order to start. You just got to start where you were, and look at where you are now. Like, I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is incredible, Chandler. I love that you just locked arms, you just trusted your upline, you scheduled the Zoom, you cared about the people that you love. I mean, that's how we all start, right? With the people that we love and care about the most. And we love mother and daughter teams. So yay, mom. That's so fun to be doing this with your mom. My daughter's on as well, and we do this together too. So Chandler, we're so excited for you. That is a big deal. It's a really big deal in our compensation plan to be a qualifier. So that qualifying position is kind of where we unlock the key to this compensation plan. It's kind of it's the key that unlocks that other bonus, which eventually, when you build a team, becomes the largest part of your paycheck. And so really, that's a big deal, Chandler, and we're so proud of you. Congratulations. I loved sitting next to you at the event that we were at, the regional. It was so fun just to kind of get to know you a little bit. So thank you for sharing. Yes, absolutely. Okay, and so in case you don't know, if you are a brand new qualifier and you hold that for 2 months, right? So 2 months in a row, what do you get, Chandler, when you do that?
It's $100, right?
$100. So you get $100 for just really doing what we already do, right? Just sharing and loving on people and sharing our amazing product with people. So not only does Chandler get that, but Julie gets that as well because she's her sponsor. So how generous is that of our company, Um, and then starting March 1st, they're putting a new qualifying bonus in as well. So that's for POBQ. So PB is the performance bonus, is the qualifying thing that we're talking about with Chandler, but POBQ is the other bonus. And if you do that 2 months in a row, your first 2 months, you will get a $300 bonus. So Chandler, that's something to shoot for. It could be your next thing to shoot for. And your sponsor gets that as well. Okay. So that's really fun. That starts March 1st. That's a new thing in just a few of the little comp plan changes that they're going to implement. And if you have not been PB or POB qualified for more than 12 months, you can requalify for this $100 title or bonus for qualifying for PB or POB. $100 or $300. So that's kind of exciting. You know, you can requalify. And again, that is the magic of, you know, that unlocks the comp plan for us. Okay, so we're going to move on today and we're going to talk about one of my favorite things, and that's the power of a three-way connection call. And if you've never, okay, pop in the chat if you have done a connection call. Maybe you were the one that somebody invited onto a connection call, or you invited someone else onto a connection call. Okay, because again, our upline and mentor says both. Savannah, that's awesome. Our upline and our mentor, Wendy Campbell, says the person that does the most connection calls wins. They win because Jay Martin says that every good preacher needs a good amener. Okay, and the power of three are better than one to influence another. And so that's why we do connection calls. We do connection calls so that somebody else can hear somebody else's story, right? And we can invite in. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this, and then I'm going to bring on Julie Muse, because I think she is the queen of connection calls. And I'm pretty sure, you know, she did connection calls all the way to national marketing director. So first of all, we're going to just talk a little bit. We talked about the why. The why is that helps people connect to their stories, connect to, you know, someone that may be similar to them. But let's talk about the who. Who should you invite to a connection call? Well, anybody that is a prospect for Juice Plus, right? Or the Tower Garden or anything like that. So if somebody has a story that connects with somebody else's story, you would want to connect them to that. Maybe it's already a customer and a customer has questions, or you just want to do some customer care. That's a great way to connect and solidify their why of why they started Juice Plus, and invite them maybe to the next piece of education, connection, something like that. Also, it could be a prospect for the business, right? So maybe it's somebody that wants to take a look at the business, or you want them to take a look at the business. And then the last person is the person that's already a partner, and you want to help them to make the next step connections in their journey, right? So really it's anybody from prospect all the way to partner and partner with goals. Okay, so there's anybody can do a connection call. So how do we do a connection call? I think when I first, you know, heard about like, oh, we'll just get them on a connection call, and I think, you know, I was very intimidated. I was like, oh, that seems weird to invite somebody. And you know what, somebody had invited me onto one time and said, hey, can you connect with my upline and my, you know, and I just thought it was so weird. And I didn't want to, but I did because she asked me to, but I was literally not interested at all. So number one, you don't have to use phrases like my upline or anything like that, because no one knows what that means, or my national marketing director or anything like that, because that's kind of weird, right? People get intimidated by that. So I'm going to share my screen here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the how. And this actually is on our hub. And so if you don't know what the hub is, it's our partner portal. Okay, your juiceplus.com, you sign in as a partner. On the very top, there's a little icon to the very right, and it's our Juice Plus hub. And that's where the company pushes out education information to us. This happens to be on the power of the three-way connection call. And this is just a checklist. And I like checklists. I don't know about you, but especially when you very first start thinking about doing connection calls and you're like, okay, what's my role? What's my sponsor's role when I connect somebody? So first of all, before the call, it's great to prepare. Now, these are just guidelines and suggestions. Don't get tripped up on doing the perfect connection call, okay? It's literally, hey, Julie, I want you to meet my friend Jeanette. She's got a similar story. Her son had allergies. I heard your child has allergies. I would love for you to hear her story, okay? That's as hard as it has to be. But again, there are some things that you could do to prepare. So share what to expect and keep it simple. Less is more, okay? Don't try to give them every detail. Don't try to overtalk things. Just less is more when it comes to the invitation. Schedule the appointment and send a text message to confirm, okay, the day and time. So that you could even be on a group text, right, with that person and just say, hey, here's where we're going to log in at this time in this day, and just give them a little reminder. So, and if you're new, help them to think of 3 to 5 people who'd like to share Juice Plus. So, also prepare your person who's going to do the connection call with you. Tell them a little bit about the person you're going to connect with. This is how I know them, right? This is, what I know about them. This is what they're interested in. And there's even a couple of little profile sheets here. Again, this is something you don't have to do. This is pretty extensive, so I probably wouldn't do all of this, but these are just some suggestions, okay? Think about what's important to them. Think about form, family, occupation, recreations, motivation. Think about strengths, interests, goals, or needs, okay? Again, you don't have to fill all this out, but if you can even just send a Voxer to, hey, Julie, this is what I know about Jeanette. And this is, how I know her. This is her, how old her kids are. She's concerned about their allergies. I really don't know a whole lot more about her. But you could just fill in a few of these blanks. Okay. Does that help? Okay, so those are there. There's also a blank one there. So if you're the type of person who is like, okay, I need to be organized, this is a great sheet for you. If you're a person who is like me, who just says, I just need some recall points, this is a great little form to have that you could fill out for yourself. Okay, so during the call, what do you do? Okay, well, here's what's really important, and I learned this early on. So your role, so I set up the call with Jeanette, to talk with Julie. So my role is to introduce them, right? Edify Jeanette, tell her how, what I like, admire, what I respect about her, tell a little bit about her, introduce her to Julie, and then I let them take over. Okay. I'm not interjecting every 5 minutes, and I'm really just listening, and I'm taking notes so that when the call is over, I can follow up with her and remember all the details that they talked about. Now, surely your sponsor is going to bring you back in the conversation at some point, but not interjecting every 5 minutes, letting them do the talking together. Okay. And then after the call, what you want to do is obviously to follow up, and, set up that next step for them, which again, the sponsor will help you to do. Okay. And so what I'd love to just hear from Julie is, Julie, why, or how did you set up calls, and why do you love them so much, and why do you think they're so beneficial?
Okay, thanks, Carrie. You shared so much. I was like, oh no, I don't know if there's anything left for me to say. I do love a 3-way connection, and I definitely did them like crazy on my way to NMD. And when I look back to why I love them so much, and I think that this is an important thing, to find someone within your team that you really trust. So a big reason why I love 3-way calls is because I really trust Jeanette. And so I knew if I could get anybody on the phone with Jeanette, she would connect with them, whether they were, they could be a 30-year-old mom or a 20-year-old, mom, but Jeanette would just find a way to connect and have awesome conversation and make it about them, and yet share her story and loop that in throughout. So Jeanette's not the only person that has that skill. Okay. A lot of us in this business have that skill of just making it about the other person, and yet being so confident about Juice Plus, the product and the business, that they can ask the questions that are a little bit harder when you're the person that's close to the person you're bringing on the call. So Carrie kind of mentioned that, the power of two to influence the third is great. And we all need an amener. And there's just certain questions that sometimes are kind of hard or awkward to ask when they're your person. So when you bring that third party in and they're brand new, they can ask everything, well, what's holding you back from ordering Juice Plus? Or, why are you excited? They can kind of come in with all the questions that might feel a little uncomfortable for you to ask. So I think the number one thing that I would recommend is that you really work closely with your upline, or find a sideline, or it could be your upline that you want to lock arms with, because having trust is really a big deal when it comes to connecting your people. So number one, I would say that. But the second thing is, I would just look at people and think, what's the next step? We got to move them through a process. And the next step was always always a connection call. If it was a prospect that I wanted to be a customer, the next step was a connection call. If it was a customer that I wanted to join my team, the next step was a connection call. If it was a partner I wanted to get to Partner Plus, the next step was a connection call. And I didn't do any of the stuff Carrie just showed you. I mean, I never filled out forms. I didn't think too in depth about any of it, but that's because that's my personality. I just made it very light. I'd really love for you to meet my friend Jeanette. I think you'll love her story. And most importantly, she wants to hear about yours, because we really just want to make it about them. So it was always very simple. I don't think it was ever weird or awkward. I totally want to amen what Carrie said, that don't say things like upline or national marketing director, or even things like three-way call. Just say, I really want to connect you. I really want to connect you. And just know that they're going to feel about it how you feel about it. So if you are excited to get them on the phone, then they're going to feel that energy from you. And they're going to think, wow, this is really cool that Julie's taking time out of her day to connect me to her friend. Because this really is how we are showing people that we care and making time for them, making their story a priority in our lives. So you need to feel good about it. You need to be excited. I'm sure that's why I've been successful with them in the past, is because I felt really, really good about it. And the more you do them, the easier they become, and the more you can trust your upline, sideline, whoever your support is that you choose for that call, you are going to gain more and more trust with them the more of these calls that you do. So I hope that's helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. And you know what? Like Julie said, I never filled out any of those forms either. But some people like to have checklists. Some people are like, okay, what do I expect? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. So that, again, that is just a guideline for you to be able to, kind of, if you're scared, right? Or if you're intimidated by it, you don't have to be. It can just be a normal conversation and a connection with two people. So thank you, Julie. And I just honestly want to encourage you guys, and we're going to throw something out here to you in just a minute, but I just want to encourage you guys to really embrace the connection calls. They are the way to move forward faster in your business, because we are not meant to do this business alone. You are not meant to do this business alone. You heard it from Chandler. She connected with Julie. She, had her do events for her on Zoom, and now she's ready to do some events of her own, but that takes a little while. And even so, she probably is going to have Julie at some of her events. Always have your, a good buddy there, right? Okay, Jeanette, do you want to share anything about connection calls too? I know you're the master at them.
Well, I really don't know about that, but it's just about talking to people, and hearing their story and hearing their concerns and hearing their excitement, hearing their hesitations. And what I can tell you is, when I'm done with one, I feel like $1 million. I just do. I just feel like that's someone I would have never been able to talk to. I love hearing other people's stories. I love being able to envision their future after either embracing Juice Plus or embracing the business. And they're very exhilarating. And then they make you want to go out and even talk to more people because they make They make such a difference. So it really doesn't matter which of the three you are. If you're the one talking, if you're the guest, or if you're the connector, it really is just a great feeling at the end of the call. And they turn out, I think they turn out excellent 99.9% of the time. I don't ever remember having a bad three-way call, but let's just do 99.9%. They're the way to go. And Carrie's not kidding. Wendy Campbell says the one who does the most three-way calls wins. So that's
Well, I
that's
love that. I think that you're so right. And it's a way, you know, if you guys remember our Love, Serve, Grow challenge, it is a way to love, serve, and grow. Everybody on the call benefits. So that is the really fun thing, because the person getting on the call to hear the story or to share their story gets loved on, right? And the person, you know, maybe the upline connecting with that person gets to serve and love on them. And the person maybe in the middle gets to grow because they get to learn how to do it. Well, I feel like everybody gets grows, but so that love, serve, grow, and connection calls literally are like a marriage together. They are so good. So with that, I'm going to share with you guys. I know last March we did the Love, Serve, Grow challenge, and everybody really loved that. I think that Emma shared last week or the week before, I can't remember, about how she, you know, did the Love, Serve, Grow challenge and really started establishing her DMO. So this March, we are going to do a connection call challenge. And so we just actually decided this yesterday because we're like, we know this is the power behind the business. So we will get you all the details. It's going to start March 1st, but here's what I can tell you. 12 connection calls in the month of March. Okay. 12 connection calls. And you will win something. And then we'll put all the people that did the 12 connection calls into one drawing, and there will be a grand prize. Okay. But imagine that you did 12 connection calls in March, and or your team members did 12 connection calls in March. Imagine the power behind that, right? That is going to be some really big power house. And I just can't wait for this challenge. So you have to write down each person's name that you know, the person you do the connection call with and for, okay? We'll get you a little thing that you can print out and that you can mark them off. And you don't have to do it with your marketing director. You can do them with an upline or a sideline, but you know, you just have to write down who you do them with, okay? And so if we'll have we'll have it out by the end of the month, which is just at the end of the week. And I am so pumped about it. I think it's going to be so exciting.
Can I just say one clarifying thing?
Yes.
What the intention is to make us all connectors. So if I do 12 that I'm the one someone's connecting them with, I'm not going to count those. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to be the connector. So I'm going to get one of my people and I'm going to put them together with either my upline or some sidelines or someone with a similar story. So the idea is that I know one time a partner, Moira Lawless, said, look at it like a Christmas tree and the plug. And what we are is just plugging it into the wall so it lights up. So I love thinking about, we want to encourage you to be the connector. We want you to also be the person that does the three ways. You know, we want you to be one of the three people, but this challenge is for being the connector. Okay. Just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, absolutely. So imagine what will happen with your business and with your team's business if you embrace this challenge. So we just think it's a fun challenge to do, because who doesn't love connecting with people? And so that's what we got. And so I'm just going to encourage you to finish strong for the month of February and get ready for the connections in March, because it's going to be fabulous. All right, everyone.
I want to say something too real quick.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask that all of you please be praying for Abby Hegwood, who's on our team, and her son Calvin. Julie, you can unmute if you want to say anything. But she's Emma Thomas's sister, and she has these beautiful twins, boy, girl, that were recently born. And Calvin's in the hospital struggling, and they just don't have any answers yet. So all they want and all they're asking for is prayers. So please, please, please say some prayers for Abby and her peace of mind, and for Calvin, and that they can get some answers, and hopefully it's an easy answer and a wonderful fix, and they can be home safe, enjoying that postpartum time. But I am really hoping we all can rally around her in prayer. So
Okay, thanks, Julie.
thank
Oh,
you.
that's
And I'm
tough.
excited for this connection call challenge. I think this is great. This will be great for me. This will be great for everybody. So I'm stoked for it. Thank you for thinking of it, Carrie.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, everyone. Well, we'll keep Emma's sister and the baby in their prayers, and go out and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.